I'm standing here with members of the Goldshmid family. Many years ago, I met their father, Rav Sholom Goldshmid, who came to visit in Hebron to come to his father's grave here in the ancient Jewish cemetery. His father, Moshe Goldshmid, Hashem Yikom Damo, was killed during the 1929 Tarpat riots. And next week there's a wedding, the Goldshmid family. The family has come in for that wedding, and they brought here an invitation to the wedding of Moshe Goldshmidt's great-grandson. He's going to be married on Sunday. Israel Zev Goldshmid, when you come here, what goes through your head?
Nothing. It's blank because there is nothing to go through on something like this. That you just wish that it never happened and it never will happen again. And that Mashiach has to come so we don't go through these things ever again.
You've been here before.
I've been here, this is my third time I think that I've been here.
And you've, I'm sure, heard stories about your grandfather.
Many stories.
What's one that comes to mind?
That even though he had a name among the Arabs as a person that was a peacemaker. You know, it's like when they had a problem, the Arabs had a problem, they used to come to him. The Jews had a problem, they used to go to him. Between Arabs and Jews, even though he went and he basically gave to them, they still decided to kill him. Not only did they kill him, that when he got killed to save 21 other people that were hiding in the apartment so they could get out. And he basically stood up and said, you know, this is it. This is as far as you're going, and still, no matter what you do, you could give as much peace to them, that they love you and everything, it's still in their heart. They just want to kill you. There is nothing you're going to change about that.
So you're saying it was true then and it's true today?
It is more definitely, I think, true today more than then.
Basi, I met you here, I don't know, maybe 13 years ago. I think it was the first time you'd ever been here. What goes through your head when you come here?
I guess as a child growing up, I just had a grandmother, the wife of my grandfather, who lived in Eretz Yisrael, and we grew up like we were children of parents who lost, my mother through the Holocaust, my father through Hebron, and it seemed to us like we grew up, it was a sad, it was a thing that happened and unfortunate, but it was part of life. And as I get older, I realize more that these were families destroyed, young people working, their children were left without parents, communities were destroyed, and the effect is like everlasting, forever, and ever, like like destroying Jewish families.
Yeah, but there are people who had family that they lost in these riots and Massacre and other places, and there are people that still won't come back to Hebron. But your father does come back, and your brother, who's a good friend of mine, comes back, and you people are here. Why do you come back after this? Doesn't it,
I feel that I should be here more than I'm here now. This is
our roots.
This is where we live. This is from Avram Avinu down. It's ours, and we have to be here.
And you don't feel like, maybe they'll do this to me here again like they did to my grandfather?
When I figure God watches us, and when He wants, and He watches us and protects us, and we still have to do what we have to do, and we still have to have the feelings that we have, and that's what our Jewish neshama says, that we belong here and we should be here, and we have to prove that we need to be here by coming here.
Hannah, I've never met you before. You've been here before also?
We met for a short while on Matzah Shabbos, very short time.
But you've been here before?
I was here 30 years ago, the first time with my father, back after he had left. And I remember we had to wait until it was a safe day to be able to come, and it was still pretty scary and dangerous at that point. Then
Was that the first time that your father had been here since the riots?
Since the riots,
And
it was.
how did he react when he was here then?
Well, keeps his feelings to himself. But it was emotional for him. But my father takes, as you know, this is his place. These are his roots. And I had the privilege, of being here last year, the Shabbos before Shavuos, and being able to walk in the streets, being able to daven by Maris HaMachpelah, like this is ours. This is ours. And like since that trip, like I just feel like I need to come back here. That is.
So you brought an invitation to the wedding tonight. That's going to be next week. Why?
You bring an invitation, you always invite the grandparents.
And they come.
They come.
They're there.
The thing is that it goes back when you invite a wedding, you have the people that are there, plus going back 3 or 4 generations, as a matter of fact, that the neshamas, it's not just the neshamas, they are there in a physical sense. And we have to bring an invitation to Hebron because, as a matter of fact, even though my father was born and my grandfather, they're all from Russia, they're identified as Rabbi Moshe Goldshmidt, Hashem Yekum Dam of Hebron. My father's Rabbi Sholom Ber Goldshmidt of Hebron, not of Russia. This is where they are identified from.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being here for us
hosting us
and taking care of
the caver.